All right, in these two examples, we are going to insert zeros in the dividend and the quotient. This sometimes can be difficult, but hopefully after watching this video, you have a better understanding and it is not as complex for you. So we have find 2 and 45 hundredths divided by 7 thousandths. Again, 2 and 45 hundredths is our dividend, and our divisor is 7 thousandths. So in order to divide decimals, we must take the divisor and turn it into a whole number. So we do that by multiplying by powers of 10. In this case, we've got to multiply by 1,000. So we move our decimal over 3 spots, and whatever we do to the divisor, we do to the dividend. So we're going to move that over 3 spots. And in this case, there is a place value left open, so we're going to use a 0. And that is where our decimal point is going to be. Now, to make this a little bit easier, we're going to rewrite the problem. And so we have 2,450 divided by 7. Now, we can't forget we need that decimal is still back here. So we are going to place that decimal. We're going to move that decimal from the dividend up above to where the quotient will be. And then we are ready to divide. So let's divide. 7 cannot go into 2, but 7 can go into 24 3 times. 3 times 7 is 21. Then we're going to subtract. 24 minus 21 is 3. And then we're going to bring down the 5. And 7 goes into 35 5 times. 5 times 7 is 35. And you notice now we're going to get to 35 minus 35 and we get 0. But there is still a 0 here before the decimal. So what do you suppose we do in terms of what digit should go after the 5? And you got it, because there's nothing left and we need to hold its place value. We put a 0. So, and then 0 times 7 obviously is 0, and we have solved and found the quotient. The quotient, for example, A is 350. All right, example B, find 32 divided by 1 and 25 hundredths. So we have 32 divided by 1 and 25 hundredths. So step 1, again, is to make the divisor into a whole number. So we multiply by 100, or 10 to the second power. And when we have a whole number as our dividend, we know that the decimal's here, so we have to move it over 2 place values, 2 places to the right, powers 10. And we're going to use zeros to hold those place values. Now, to make it easier, we're going to rewrite it. And we have 3,200 divided by 125. Now we cannot forget that the decimal point is behind the zeros, and so we have to put it in where our quotient will be. And now we are ready to solve. So 125 can't go into 3, 125 can't go into 32, but 125 can go into 320 twice. So 2 times 125 is 250. And we're going to subtract 320 minus 250, and we get 70. And then we're going to bring the 0 down because 125 can't go into 70. So now we have 700. And 125 can go into 700 5 times. 5 times 5 is 25. Carry my 2. 5 times 2 is 10. 11 and 12. Carry my 1. 5 times 1 plus 1 is 6. And we have 700 minus 625, which is 75. And now, because 125 cannot go into 75, we bring down another 0 because we have to continue. And 125 goes into 750 6 times. So 6 times 5 is 30. Carry my 3. 6 times 2 is 12. Plus 3 is 15. And 6 times 1 plus 1 is 7. And so we take 750 minus 750 and get 0. So our quotient for example B is 25 and 6/10. I hope these 2 examples have helped you better understand the process in dividing decimals as well as inserting zeros in the dividend and the quotient.